What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast. And y'all, I want to know just how far can Noah Bodden take Grambling State career wise? Just how far can he go? First, we need to ask who is Noah Bodden really? Well, he's a 3-star quarterback. I think he's the top recruit out of New York. He's 6'4, 216 pounds. Great size. Already great size for a quarterback, right? He's a pro-star quarterback as well. Something that you love. He throws spirals with incredible ease. His throw power is what you would want from a quarterback, right? Especially from someone that size. He's been taught and trained by former NFL Jets quarterback Matt Sims, who said that he's NFL caliber talent. A kid who, when they were working out, he was making so many throws, and Matt Sims would have to stop and tell him, hey, just so you know, not many guys in the NFL now can make that throw. That's an NFL caliber throw. He is a kid who, if you watched my interview with Grambling legend Bruce Eugene, he talked about Noah Bodden. He was trained by he was coached by Bruce Eugene. Bruce Eugene signed off on Noah Bodden. As a matter of fact, watch the clip from my interview. But y'all can watch the interview if you want to, but watch the clip.
Everybody look at the comments he said as being arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's not arrogant when you're a confident individual, and that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about Shador. Grambling has a quarterback, my quarterback that I sent down there, a freshman by the name of Noah Bodden, 6'4", 215. That, let me tell you something. While everybody worrying about Shador, they better keep their eyes open and worry about him because he's special.
Yeah. He's Bruce Eugene's protege. I can't go on. I can't say enough about the kid's arm talent, right? Because it's great. He throws receivers open. He does that. He also poses a threat running the ball as well. Now, I know, you see a quarterback that's big, who can run the ball and has exceptional throw power, and you want to say, oh, Cam Newton. I'm not going to say that, but he's immensely talented. He's a gifted prospect, right? His Coach Fobbs did say he wasn't ready week one. And I get it, right? I get it. He's a freshman. He wasn't ready week one, but he's ready now. And they're gonna rock out with him for the rest of the season, which I think is a great move. Once you make this switch, you can't go back. You can't go back. He's a kid who could have been at Penn State or any top Power 5 school in the country as a 3-star quarterback because of how talented he is. And honestly, I think Noah Bodden is a QB that opens up a realm of possibilities for Grambling State's offense, right? Because we know what Grambling want to do because they haven't been doing it successfully. They want to run the ball. But they can't. And as a result, you don't have a passing game, so people aren't even scared of you as far as being a threat that way. So it's easy for them to stack the box and just stop the run completely. But Noah Bodden, I think, is going to change all that. It doesn't help that, he's going to be thrown into the fire, and his first game is going to be against, Alcorn? I think Alcorn. But you got Alcorn, you got FAMU, you got Texas Southern, UAPB, Bethune, and Southern. We going to see what he's made of after these games. But if Bruce Eugene is willing to sign off on him, I'm a believer. I'll be a believer. Bruce Eugene is the main reason why I fell in love with HBCU football in the first place as a kid. And he made me a fan of Grambling before I was a fan of any other school, period. So if he says Noah Bodden is the real deal, I believe him. And I'm excited to see what he can do. Lord knows I'm excited. I'm very excited. And here's why I say he opens up a realm of possibilities for Grambling State's offense. Number one, is nowhere to go but up. There's nowhere to go but up. Y'all are horrible statistically. Y'all are horrible, right? Y'all are last in passing. You're last in first down conversions. You're last in third down conversions. You have only 8 passing first downs in a span of 4 weeks. Only 8. Only 8. You're second to last in the SWAC in fourth down conversions, behind Jackson State, ahead of Jackson State. And in 4 games played, passing wise, y'all are 39 of 89. 39 of 89. That is only 43%. You have a 43% completion rate.
Damn.
The next highest is 54.4. Everybody else in the SWAC is at a 50 or above percent completion percentage. Y'all are at 43. And you only have 317 yards passing on the season so far. Akil Glass has that in a couple of games already. Oh, and the thing that y'all want to do as far as rushing wise, you're 10th in the SWAC at that. You're 10th. You're only above 2 other schools. So I ask you, well, I'm telling you, you have nowhere to go but up. You have nowhere to go but up. What Noah Bodden can do for your school, I think once he proves that he can get that passing game going, right? Like once you spread out the offense and you allow him to work, I think your running game is gonna get going. I think you'll start to surprise a few teams by the end of the season, because here's the thing, I think it's gonna be, let me give a prediction, right? I say Noah comes out in his first start, he doesn't turn the ball over. If he does, I mean, he likes to throw that thing down the field, so that leaves a bigger probability of him throwing an interception. So if he does, I give him 1. But I think he gives you 250, 260 yards. 260 yards. I think he gives you a couple of touchdowns. I think he makes a freshman mistake. Like I said, when you throw the ball downfield as a quarterback, you open yourself up to more of a possibility of throwing an interception. I think he shows you a lot of promise. I think he'll show you a lot of promise in that first game. And I think once he builds off of that success that I think he'll have in his first start, Grambling State, you're not going to win anything this year, but it gives you a ton of momentum going into next year. A ton. Now, here's the thing. We all know the success that Coach Bobs has had at Grambling State. But I do think now that you have Noah and now that you're rocking with him for the rest of the season, if he proves to be the prospect that y'all know he can be and what Bruce Eugene says he can be, I think you need to start, once you know what he can do during the season, you need to start planning to build around him. I do. Because if he starts running away with it, right? If he starts gaining all this success and all this momentum as a starter, next year is go time. Next year is go time, because y'all are going to be a completely different team. And by his sophomore year, I'm going to let him loose. If he proves to me this year, I'm going to let him loose the sophomore year. And then it's going to be up from there. And y'all have a couple of talented running backs as well, a part of this freshman class. One I actually made a video on. Once they step on the field next year, I know for a fact they going to be nasty. So get that going. You try to get Noah Bodden going. I think y'all have a dangerous little young team. I think y'all will have a dangerous young team who's gonna do great things for the Grambling State brand. You know, like I think we forget this is a kid who, you know, he didn't just receive FBS interest. He was highly touted as a 3-star guy. He was highly touted. So the expectations I have for him are up here. Not just because of that, but because of what Bruce Eugene said in the interview. How great can he be for Grambling State? We just got to wait and see. But man, I will be tuned in. I'm going to be at work, but I'm going to be tuned in to Grambling State because I want to see what he can do. With that being said, y'all, this is the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe. Let me know your predictions for Noah Bodden, how great he can be for Grambling, how great he's going to be for Grambling, how excited you are for his first start. Let me know all that down below in the comments. Like I said, I go by the name of Kobe, and I'm out. Peace.